What's up, YouTube? We got a yo-yo review to do today. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Duncan Butterfly XT. So brand new Duncan Butterfly XT. These are not yet on store shelves in major retailers like Target or Walmart. They're still sort of selling through old stock there. And once those are through, these will be taking the place of the existing Butterfly XT. I do believe you can get these now on Yoyo Expert, though, as well as some other places as well. So let's get into the new Butterfly XT. So what's different about this one than the other one? It's been totally redesigned. Sean Perez had a big hand in this. I actually talked to Sean about it a lot at, not a lot, but a little bit at the National Yo-Yo Contest about what the difference was here. So they added some weight, made it a little slimmer, put a little bit of a higher wall in there, and they updated the response system. You'll see when I take it apart there. They updated the response. Overall, I feel like this is better in every way. It's a great beginner yo-yo, and it's $5. So let's talk a little bit about how I came to be in love with this thing and what I've been doing with it, and I'll throw it around a little bit. So World National Yo-Yo Contest, walked in and saw the boys over at the Duncan table. Sean and Brian were there with some new stuff, and this one caught my eye. I'm like, what is that? What is this butterfly? Sean says, that's the new Butterfly XT that's going to be replacing the current one that you see in stores now. It's $5. Really put a lot of work into it, and I think it's better in every way. I threw it around a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, I need one of these. This is great. It's responsive. It's got updated response in there. It's got a bearing, and $5. Caps also that fit the, like, Pro-Yos and stuff. Not the Pro-Yos. Caps also that fit, like, the free hands, which is cool. Free hand size caps. It's a little heavier than the original one. A little less wide. High wall, great for stalls, great for just playing responsive, great for beginners, but also great for sort of responsive play, modern responsive play, especially the $5 package. Really into this yo-yo, especially for $5. I think the ProFly was the last one that was, I think, this much value in a beginner type responsive yo-yo. Really a lot of value here. Very good. And then a month later, I go to the World Yo-Yo Contest in Cleveland, Ohio. We had beautiful weather, by the way, to try to break a world record for the most of people yo-yoing at once. And they handed out these. You'll notice they're the same thing, but it's got the cool meet me in the square cap here. Very cool. These are going to be collector's item. Believe that. Very cool. And had to get one for myself, bring it home, just to commemorate. So now I have two, and love it. Love it. But let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. Brand new Duncan Butterfly XT. New for 2019. Responsive, as you can see. Very, like, nicely responsive. Doesn't do that weird thing with some Starburst response yo-yos where it's like, and doesn't come back up. Really very nice. And it's got a bearing, so if it does, if you wear the response down or something, you can, like, relube the bearing, and it'll kind of really just update and make the yo-yo respond really well. As you can see, it stalls really well, regens really well. And for $5, I mean, you can really get, for a beginner type thing, you can really go a lot of ways with it. It'll get you into all your basic mounts. And, I mean, it's not very snaggy, but it responds when you want it to. And for a responsive yo-yo, especially at $5, that's really what you want. Is you want it to come back when you want it to, but not necessarily to snag before you want it to come back. Now, the wall could be a little higher. It's a little bit of a small wall, so, if you're being a little risky with the stalls, it's not always going to be good. So, yeah, but it does take a polyester string. This has not worn out and burned off on me. Watch it fly across the room. It's responsive enough that you can loop a little bit with it. Try that again. The string's a little long to loop with, but loops very well. You can do your flying saucers. And like I mentioned, it doesn't snag when you catch it on the string, so your trapezes and stuff would be... You'd really be able to learn trapeze through most of the beginner stuff with this, with really no difficulty. It would take $5 to start learning how to yo-yo the right way. By the right way, I mean you starting with a responsive yo-yo. That's what all the pros say to do. And that's what I say to do. Because it's fun. That's why. And why play yo-yo if you're not looking to have fun? Clearly there's no finger grinds or finger spins or anything like that. It's not that kind of yo-yo. It's very beginnery and it's responsive. But as far as a high quality, very durable, and just super awesome responsive yo-yo is concerned, that doesn't break the... I mean, this is so cheap. $5. And it comes in a bazillion colors, and you can swap your caps and all kind of stuff. I mean, this really is perfect. I mean, this is everything I would want to see from Duncan in a store. And I wouldn't be surprised if I end up with a lot more of these over the years, and then just randomly giving a bunch away to people who are trying to learn yo-yo or something like that. But really, really cool, really fun. And I'm going to have to stop throwing it here because I hurt my shoulder and this is starting to hurt. But let's go ahead and take it apart. I'll show you guys what the insides look like, and we'll do pros and cons. Okay, brand new Duncan Butterfly XT. Let's take it apart here. Unscrews, which is a huge plus for a beginner yo-yo. It's constructed pretty much the same way all the other stuff was. You got the bolts in either side behind the caps, and a axle screws into the bolts. Well, one side is an axle with a bolt on the end, like a fixed bolt, and the other side has a bolt in there. And it comes apart. Updated starburst response. Very cool starburst. This actually works really, really well. This is a really good starburst response. Probably the best, most consistent starburst that I've used, especially in a cheap yo-yo like this. Much, much better. A big upgrade to the previous Butterfly XT. It really responds a lot better. See if I can get the... No, it's in there. So no, there it goes. All right, so this is a full-size C bearing. It's a flat bearing. You can't really make this unresponsive, but it does come with a full-size C bearing, a flat bearing. So that's a nice little addition. It sits down in the seat pretty well, so that like you're really only getting like, you know, a thin-sized slice of bearing, but it sits deep in the seat, which I think is cool as well. It sort of adds a little bit of extra smoothness and stability to it, which is very nice. Came apart very nice. As you can see, it flattens out before the response pad to kind of give you that high wall, which really helps your stalls a little bit. Came apart very nice. It goes back together very nice. And like everything Duncan at this, at this price point, it's really pretty durable. I've hit this off a couple of things. Haven't really had any issues with it. And it's really just a solid piece of plastic to throw at the ground, and very high quality, especially for the $5 price tag that they are asking for. It's ridiculously cheap. So let's do pros and cons. Pros, $5. Great beginner yo-yo, only $5. Gotta love that. Get as many kids into yo-yoing as humanly possible. This is the type of thing to do it. Very durable. The response is very reliable, but not grabby. I really like that. I think the upgraded and the updated Starburst really does a nice job. Sean did a really nice job. The weight of it is very good as well. You get decent spin times out of it. Really kind of helps with that updated response to kind of be able to do a couple of string tricks and mounts and stuff to kind of get beginners into that. And then if you're going to do modern responsive play type stuff, which some other guys I've seen do some pretty cool things with this particularly, it really can handle that as well. A very cool overall yo-yo. And for $5, and the fact that these are going to be available in Targets and Walmarts, and just, I mean, this is the type of thing that like helps move a yo-yo boom along. This would have been the best yo-yo ever when I was a kid. When the yo-yo boom happened, if these were $5 in Walmart, we'd have all had a dozen of them, and like we'd all be pros today. Not that we're not decent, but this is the type of thing that I want to see from Duncan. This is the type of thing that Duncan ought to be putting out, particularly in their retail stores and stuff, because they've got that kind of pull. And I think they really knocked it out of the park with this. 10 out of 10. No cons. This is absolutely perfect. This is the perfect thing to have in retail stores. And I can't wait for the only con I can think of is that they're not in retail stores yet because they're still selling out of the back stock of the last Butterfly XT. Very excited for this. I hope this sticks around for a long time, and can't wait to see what other colors they come up with. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.